Workers in our area and all across the country are walking the picket lines. About 45,000 members of the International Longshoremen's Association are on strike. This after their contract expired midnight.
You're getting a look right now from Sky Fox right over the scene in Bayonne at this hour. The strike could result in delays in shipments, higher prices on various products like your bananas. The union is calling for an increased pay and a complete ban on automation at the ports. Joining us right now from Port Liberty in Bayonne is New Jersey Assemblyman William Sampson, also a member of the Longshoremen's Union in Bayonne. Assemblyman, nice to have you here on Good Day New York.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am sure those dock workers did not want to go out on strike today, but what happened?
That is absolutely correct. And first, I want to thank you again for having me. And I don't like the way we've been portrayed in the media and also my international president. I believe he's an American hero. His leadership, his integrity, his morals, his values, how he fights for everyday men and women and how we're trying to preserve an industry. A lot of people are talking about the wages, and we only want wages. We want to preserve an industry. We want to eliminate automation. We already have semi-automation, and we want to protect these good American jobs for the people that work 24 hours a day to preserve America's economy and keep moving America's commerce moving. That's why we're here. That's why we're out here fighting for what we deserve. We have two great leaders that are American heroes, and that is Harold Daggett, our international president, and that is Dennis Daggett. They lead us, they fight for us every single day in their path as leaders. And I just want to thank them for their leadership and bringing us here today to fight for what we deserve.
Assemblyman, thank you so much for getting us up to speed on that. Automation, we all face automation. Every job in this country is facing automation right now. How do you stop what could happen in the future? I mean, it just seems like part of moving forward.
That is correct. So right now at Port Liberty, we have semi-automation. And what our contract states that we want to be a part of any negotiations with semi or full automation, which we want to eliminate, but we see it every single day. We see it here in the country. We see how fast technology is moving. But what we want is for to be a part of that process. You hear the men and the women in the back. We're fired up. We want this so bad to continue to fight for the middle class. The middle class is what built this country. We are the unions, and unions built this country. And we are so happy to be here today and fighting for what we deserve.
You know, Assemblyman, you're fighting against automation. Also, the request, that, at least that have been put out there publicly, is a 77% wage increase over the 6-year life of the upcoming contract. Explain to folks why 77%, because most people look at it and go, that's a lot of money in a short amount of time most people don't get in their regular jobs.
That is correct. We go for 6-year contracts. And those 6-year contracts, we don't look at it at 77%. We look at it about 10% each year. And what we do is when we were fighting against COVID and COVID had stricken this country, there was nothing that we could do. We went to work every single day, not knowing what was coming off those ships and putting our lives in jeopardy. That's what we do as longshoremen. We go to work to move America's commerce, and we can't change that 6-year contract. Whether it's inflation, whatever the prices are in the supermarkets, all we can do is what we can do within those 6 years. And we have a fiery president in Harold Daggett who is going to lead the charge to lead us to the greatest contract in the history of the ILA.
Okay, this affects 36 ports. We talked about here in New Jersey, Bayonne, where you are. There are other ports in New Jersey, 36 along the East Coast and the Gulf Coast. The West Coast shoremen settled their contract last year. They make about 50% more than your union workers do. Has there been any talk about them walking out in solidarity and slowing down the entire nation?
In fact, the ILWU is right here in New Jersey as we speak in solidarity with us. Anything that tries to get diverted to the IWU, they will not accept because they're standing in solidarity with the East Coast. It is about what we've built here, the relationships and how we treat people. Once again, Harold Daggett, a fighter, integrity, morals for the working men and women of this union. He will lead us to the greatest contract in ILA history.
Assemblyman, do you want President Biden to step in and help negotiate this, find some kind of common ground between everybody?
Well, we know that President Biden is a leader for unions. He has shown that day in and day out, and we thank him for that. As far as stepping in, I'm going by what he said, and he said that he would not step in at this time because he believes in negotiations, and that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to negotiate a fair contract. In fact, if you go back when my president was first elected, he said that he didn't want to cripple the companies. He wanted them to make the money. We don't want companies to go bankrupt. We don't want to strike, but we're going to fight for what we deserve. So in return, when they made record-breaking profits, he said, give my guys a little piece of the pie. That's all we're asking for, what we deserve as we continue to move America's commerce.
Thank you, New Jersey Assemblyman William Sampson, for being here and expressing your side. We appreciate it. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, and God bless.